Standing by with the call, we go to Gabriel Schrei.
Hello and welcome to Fort Finley Stadium in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's MLS Next Pro Soccer live on CKRN, the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. I'm Gabriel Schrei on the call tonight and thrilled to have you along for the ride. Hope your evening is going as well as mine. Carolina Core, the Foxes, have made the trip over the Smoky Mountains down into the valley of the scenic city to take on Chattanooga Football Club, who is off to a hot start this season. I talked about the expected lineup during our pregame. We'll go over the official lineup and who's on the pitch right now in just a couple of moments. Kickoff is just seconds away in this MLS Next Pro matchup. The Carolina Foxes 0-3-1 this season. 3 losses, 0 wins. They did play to a draw in their first match of the season, so it'll be interesting to see if they can compete with Chattanooga tonight. Their last 2 losses, 2-1 the tally in those. They lost pretty big to Atlanta United, who Chattanooga just dropped their first match of the season to. That was a 4-0 final score in that one. Chattanooga Football Club 3-1-2, only 1 loss. That came to Atlanta United on Wednesday. CFC playing 3 matches in a week. A really tough test. I don't care what level of soccer you're playing. Football, International, Global, Premier League, MLS Next Pro. That is a tough challenge. The official lineups on the pitch, a little different than what we expected from the projection. Whamry up front for Chattanooga, followed by Abada, Watson, and Gray. Jimenez and Arthur in the middle. On the back, it's Garvanian via Faramina, Prepelica, and Williams. Antoine is in goal for Chattanooga tonight. For Carolina Core, Panico, Cuevas, Centeni, Evans, Cientos, Suba, Diaz, Thomas, Kobe, and Juarez getting the start. The keeper is who we expected, Andrew Pannenberg, originally from Littleton, Colorado. We're underway in Chattanooga, Tennessee, between Chattanooga Football Club and Carolina Core, the Foxes. The boys in blue down on the right, working with the ball, dribbling it all around. Good start in their home venue, Chattanooga's Finley Stadium. Chattanooga looking to work this over the midfield stripe. Long outlet pass for Garvanian, who's on the close touch line, just over the middle of the field. Forced off. Chattanooga will throw in. Garvanian from right in front of the Chattanooga Football Club bench. Chattanooga throws in, nearly taken by Carolina. Arthur over to the center circle, far side. Jimenez Aranzazu hooks up with Williams. He's looking to feed this up into the wing, attacking Chattanooga. Gray looking for a pass inside. This is forced over the end line by Carolina. Well played by Carolina Core, forcing that kick. Obviously that might not end up paying off, but not allowing Chattanooga the easy pass inside is Juarez. Juarez wearing number 14 tonight. Chattanooga now the corner from the far side. They're down on the left end of the pitch. Chattanooga, Callum Watson sends this chipped backside. Gloved at, Pennenberg loses it. Now he scoops it up and able to clear this away. In some trouble for just a moment and able to regather and clear that away. Carolina Core rolling this over the midfield stripe all the way into the wing on the attacking end now. Kristen Guigar. Inside, chipped back door by Canetti. Down into the wing. From left to right, attacking. Carolina Core into the 18. Here's a shot. Antoine battles it away. Arthur has the ball. Sent to Jimenez Aranzazu on the corner of the Chattanooga 18 and cleared towards the midfield stripe. Regathered by the Foxes midway between the circle and the 18. Carolina, pass to the close side to Christian Diaz, the defender from San Bernardino, California. Diaz going to go all the way back. And Carolina Core just regathering and resetting on the road in Chattanooga against CFC. Dumped down to the boys in blue. They lose it. Carolina Core has it, attacking into the 18 on the penalty arc. Here's a pass to the close side. A shot is blockered away. Chattanooga's Garvanian has it, battling into the wing. He clears it. Jesus Ibarra knocked to the turf by Diaz, and the whistle. Heavily contested as Chattanooga tries to clear that away. A couple of dangerous situations in the early stages. Carolina Core doing a nice job of making things difficult for CFC. From Chattanooga, Tennessee, Pro Side Soccer, Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network, scoreless. Halfway through our 4th minute, Carolina Core Foxes in Fort Finley. Chattanooga with the ball. It's Arthur who walks it towards the circle. He sends an absolute blast to the far side, but it sails on him and comes off the brickwork on the front of the away stands. Chattanooga fans have turned out in full force tonight. Good crowd from Fort Finley. Foxes will throw in. One pass, now two. Long ball to the close side. Cuevas keeps it moving into the wing. Chattanooga has it. Ozzie with it, and he goes down as Chattanooga. Jimenez Aranzazu able to take it away. Chattanooga inside of their own 18. A little bit of pressure from Carolina, keeping it away on the penalty arc. Sent far side by CFC's Jude Arthur. Chattanooga now to Jimenez Aranzazu. He's just beyond Chattanooga's 18. He passes it long towards the center circle. Tons of contact and the whistle. Kai Thomas, the defender from Coral Springs, Florida, grabs Via Faramina, sends him to the turf. Carolina will keep the ball. Carolina on the left side, harassed by Taylor Gray on the very back and playing some keep away. Covey goes down towards the far touchline over the midfield stripe. Long pass towards the wing. Carolina doesn't like the pressure. They're going to go back towards the stripe. On the center of the pitch, this one is lost on an errant pass. Canetti was looking to the defender on the back, and it sailed on him. So we go into the 6th minute, scoreless from Finley Stadium. Carolina, left to right, long feed again, this time chipped away by Jesse Williams on the back. Jesse Williams is already such a crucial piece for Chattanooga Football Club. He has been electric. Represents Port of Spain and Trinidad and Tobago on their international team. Got a couple of caps already this season, and he has been fantastic for Chattanooga on the edge defensively, a real shutdown player. Fun to watch him go to work. Carolina along the far touchline, sweeping around Taylor Gray. They've got the ball. They're down on the left and in the back, but looking to go on the attack and trying to find some spaces. Chattanooga playing aggressively up. Taken by Chattanooga on a pass that didn't have enough on it. Pass to Callum Watson. Now to the edge of the 18. Chattanooga Football Club some space. Chipped inside. The header by Watson and gloved by Pannenberg down inside. Well played by the keeper from Colorado. This is his 2nd start this season for the Foxes of Carolina Core. We enter the 7th minute scoreless in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Carolina's Pannenberg rolls this to the close side to Christian Diaz, who's originally from San Bernardino. He'll get us back underway. This is his 4th appearance this season. Chattanooga steals it on a pass. Callum Watson, long feed. Jesus Ibarra, well struck right side. He scores. 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. Ibarra, his 3rd goal of the season, his 15th career goal. Jesus Ibarra gets a beautiful feed from Callum Watson, who will pick up his 3rd assist this year. Watson, the midfielder from Essex, England, gets the ball chipped to him. He walks it up towards the penalty arc, floats it down to Jesus Ibarra, who's breaking into the 18 on the left side. He walks it in and places the ball perfectly under the left hip of Pannenberg into the twine for the goal. Jesus Ibarra, the forward from San Diego, looking good at home in Fort Finley for Chattanooga. 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club midway through the 8th minute of play on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. We're back underway. Carolina Foxes with the ball, trailing 1-0. They haven't put the goal on the board in the venue yet, but it will stand. 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. We've got a violation down along the touchline. Play stopped momentarily. Now Carolina back underway. Kai Thomas tries the far side. The defender from Florida. Taylor Gray harassing Carolina. Chattanooga now steals it away. CFC finesses this around a defender. Jude Arthur, the defender from Accra, Ghana, going back to Prepolita, and again play is stopped. I'm not sure what the officials are looking for here. They're going to give a free kick to Chattanooga just behind the midfield stripe. Officiating crew tonight, Atahan Yaya, the head referee, Joshua Belk, the assistant referee, Rebecca Luther on the other side, the second assistant referee, and Donovan Eubank, the fourth official from Fort Finley. Chattanooga with the ball. They're on the right side between the 18 and the center circle. Chattanooga feeds this far side. Taylor Gray chips down into the wing. Callum Watson has it, battling along the sideline, looking for help, and he's shoved to the turf. He goes down hard, and immediately the flag comes up. 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club, closing in on the 10 minutes of play, and we've got a call against Carolina in a dangerous spot as Chattanooga will now have the benefit of a kick. Chattanooga's setting up, I would say, they're just inside the touchline and right off the corner of the 18 on the right. Down on the far left side of the turf. Taylor Gray standing by with Callum Watson to deliver this. First time we haven't seen the captain from Spennymoor take one of these. Alex McGrath quiet, as he's not in the match tonight. This one delivered back to Jesse Williams near the midfield stripe. Chattanooga trying to work this up to Taylor Gray and sent off. Alex McGrath, this is the first match he hasn't appeared in. He's played every single minute of this season until today against Carolina. Chattanooga throws it back in quickly. Carolina fighting for it in the corner and sent off by mistake. They do avoid the corner kick as it goes over the touchline, so Chattanooga will throw in. Jesse Williams to deliver the throw-in for Chattanooga Football Club, who leads 1-0 in the 11th. Throw-in into the 18. Taylor Gray has it, sidesteps a defender, looking for the centering feed, and chipped away by Carolina. Regathered and lost by Chattanooga near the midfield stripe. Heavily contested. They'll say it was last touched by Carolina, so Prepelica will throw in. He hands it off to Jesse Williams, just beyond the midfield stripe, maybe 5 feet over it to the left side. Chattanooga throw in. Taken by Callum Watson. He's double teamed, now tripled, gets rid of it. Biafara Mina into the very center of the pitch in the center circle. With the ball, Chattanooga. Mina goes to the far side to Prepelica. Anatoly, the Moldovan, comes back to the close side of the center circle, right along the midfield stripe. Garvanian with it. Mina again. Arthur goes to Prepelica. Chattanooga looking for space to work this up the pitch. They lead 1-0, closing in on the 12th minute of play. Chattanooga long ball through traffic. Jimenez Aranzazu chipped over the top into the edge of the 18. Taylor Gray well struck back door. It's cleared away by Carolina. He gets the ball back, trying the back door again. The header goes wide. A great look. Mehdi Wamry, the forward from Ivry sur Seine, France. Wide open on the backside. The ball delivered expertly right to him. He puts a header on it, and it goes just high over the top of the crossbar. It remains 1-0 midway through the 12th minute in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Pro Side Soccer, Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. Thanks for being with us all night long. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Underway from Fort Finley. Ball working for Carolina from left to right. One pass now, two over the midfield stripe. Long feed, close side, connected with Gregoire. He's driving into the 18, heavily defended by Garvanian and deflected away by Mina. Gregoire places a beautiful pass along the goal box from just inside of the 18, trying to go backside, and he's cut off by Garvanian expertly. Carolina, the throw-in into the backside. Here's a backdoor pass, headed off by Jesse Williams. Chattanooga has it for a moment. Callum Watson loses the ball. Picked up deep in the 18. Carolina outside of the 18 to Gregoire. And Chattanooga takes it away. Arthur goes up to Wamry. Chattanooga loses the ball. Jimenez Aranzazu has it taken away. Entry pass by Cuevas backside and taken up by Jean Antoine as it remains 1-0 Chattanooga. Carolina, really nice pressure, bringing the heat. Jean Antoine has to be sweating after that attack. From Chattanooga, Tennessee, Pro Side Soccer, Antoine taking every second he can before picking this up and delivering it to Anatoly Prepelica. Walking up, Drake Hadid, the midfielder from Miami, Florida, and he runs down Anatoly Prepelica from behind and pushes him to the turf. Prepelica will take his time getting up. He goes down hard at his home field. From Finley Stadium in the 14th minute, 1-0, Chattanooga Football Club lead The lone goal today scored by Jesus Ibarra, his third of the season, his 15th career goal. This is actually his 100th match playing pro side soccer. Chattanooga Football Club, the takeaway on the close touch line from Carolina, all the way back rolling to the keeper Antoine, who's just on the edge of the Chattanooga 18. Chattanooga working right to left. Anatoly, close side. Mina chips it over the center of the pitch. A header to Jude Arthur, who's on the edge of the center circle. Taken up now by Carolina. Ibrahim Covey goes far side. And the violation, a foul suffered by Carolina, so they'll hang on to the ball. Fouls suffered for these two clubs this season. Carolina has suffered 76 entering this match. Chattanooga, 74. Chattanooga has committed way more than Carolina. Just 61 by the Foxes, 85 by CFC. Carolina's got the ball off the throw-in, through the center, long pass, close side, Foxes, entry onto the goal box. It's loose and cleared away by Garvanian, helping out Antoine, who had already sold out to swap the ball once. Garvanian saves a goal. Chattanooga gets it up the field, and now a call against Whamry, who they're saying held onto it, but was pushed down, so Chattanooga will keep the ball. Chattanooga the kick. Jude Arthur, Jimenez Aranzazu, Williams, back to Prepelica. Anatoly has been the absolute rock of this defense, the center back. A defender from Chisinau, Moldova, and a towering presence. Getting a lot of help from a young guy who Chattanooga added, Milo Garvanian from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Both of them have played every single minute of this young season for Chattanooga Football Club. Throw-in is coming now for Garvanian. Milo onto the field of play. Ball comes right back to him from Callum Watson. He sends it back to Anatoly. Mount Tolley off to Jesse Williams, who picks his way through traffic and goes to Taylor Gray far side. Gray back to Williams, centered up Chattanooga. Arthur looking for help and not finding it. Doesn't like all the pressure. Anatoly back to Jude Arthur. Heavily defended up front, trying to go around Covey. Far side, Prepelica. Drake Hadid chasing him as he walks up to the midfield stripe. Back and forth he goes with Viafara Mina, and they'll send it all the way back to the keeper, Dean Antoine. Antoine was such a key piece over the last few seasons. Originally from Haiti, he's got some caps, an impressive career. Started with Detroit City stateside, went from there to 1904, Cal United. He has been stalwart to opposing offenses for years before joining Chattanooga Football Club. His career includes notable stints, USL, back-to-back Golden Glove Award winner in NISA before the franchise came to MLSNP. And here's a collision. It doesn't look like the ball will stay with Chattanooga as Garvanian is hit with a foul. It will stay with Chattanooga. Chattanooga seemed to be protesting before they realized the ball would stay with them. CFC sends this to the far side off the throw-in. Jesse Williams has it taken away by Carolina Core. Carolina has a head of steam working left to right down into the wing, looking back door for help into the edge of the 18. Here's a pass out to the penalty arc. Close side, Covey, a blast deflected away by Jimenez Aranzazu. Headed by Garvanian into the wing and sent off mistakenly by Diaz. Diaz tried to pass that back inside, and it was off the mark as the ball went over the end line and off of the pitch. It remains 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club in the early stages of the 18th minute. CFC leading Carolina Core on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. Chattanooga will put us back underway. Antoine goes far side, Anatoly to Jesse Williams. Williams working this around, goes back to Gene Antoine, who's on the edge of the goal box for Chattanooga down on the far right side. CFC is leading 1-0 at Fort Finley. We're closing in on our 19th minute of play in the early stages from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Milo Garvanian takes it up in the close wing, walking his way up the sideline, over the midfield stripe, centers it up, looking for Jesus Ibarra, and taken by the Foxes. Pass just beyond the boots of Watson, gathered up far side. Taylor Gray tries to snipe it away from Suba. kept with Carolina. Suba again, now all the way back to Pannenberg in the early stages of the 19th minute. He clears it to the close side to Christian Diaz, who headers it around Callum Watson. Chattanooga can't take this away. Well played by Cuevas. Chattanooga trying for it again. Christian Diaz along the midfield stripe towards the center circle. Ball comes back to him. He works it back towards the keeper. And the back there, Kai Thomas sends it back to Pannenberg. Pannenberg on the penalty arc of Carolina core. He sends it one way, now it comes back to him. He's deep in the 18, passes it to Kai Thomas. Thomas, a laser up the pitch. It goes the length down to Gene Antoine, who's on the penalty arc of Chattanooga. An action-free 19th minute of play as now will be in the 20th, where it's 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. That goal scored by Jesus Ibarra. Far side, Chattanooga doesn't like it. Arthur walks it back to Antoine. Antoine sends a meteor up the pitch, and it sails wide on him with the wind, blown off into the stands on the opposing side of the stadium. From Chattanooga, Tennessee, Pro Side Football live, free, easy to find online. Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. I'm Gabriel Fry, 1-0 CFC. Pannenberg takes it off a long ball. Gives it off. Kai Thomas, long ball, far side, taken up, edge of the wing. Carolina core walking it down into the 18. Stripped away by Chattanooga. Jude Arthur, long pass. Taylor Gray. Gray midway between the 18 and the center stripe. Stops on the touchline, goes back to Jimenez Aranzazu. Arthur again with the ball. He's got Jesse Williams. Instead tries Prepelica. The big center back goes to Villafara Mina. Mina from right to left, long feed, up to Callum Watson. Watson along the touchline, harassed from behind, pulls the stoppie. The handbrake doesn't help him out as it's taken by Carolina. Fox is working left to right, instead going to go backwards, far side, into their own wing. Not liking the pressure of Chattanooga, and Whamry is up, so the ball all the way back to Pannenberg in the 21st minute. Carolina trailing by a goal, 1-0 CFC. And this one escapes Carolina, so Chattanooga will take back over with it on the close touchline between the two benches. Thanks for being with us all evening long. Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network, free live Pro Side Soccer. Be sure to share our broadcast with your friends and family and connect with the club on social media at Chattanooga FC. All the way back towards the middle of the field, Canetti tries a pass far side, and this one going to go off of the pitch and back to Chattanooga as Jesse Williams will be the one to throw it in. 1-0 Chattanooga, 22nd minute of play. Pannenberg, Gene Antoine, both have seen a lot of action in the early stages of this one. Thrown in, Chattanooga, inside looking for Arthur. Taken here by Covey. Covey a long pass. Entry feed is stolen by Garvanian. I like the look. Found Cuevas. Gregoire tries to pass it backside. Nobody is there, but it wouldn't have mattered anyhow if somebody was. Taken by Garvanian, and Chattanooga now working from right to left. A long pass, close side. Milo Garvanian being harassed and keeps it away from Derek Cuevas. Chattanooga picking their way up the pitch. It's Villafara Mina. He gives it off to Jimenez Aranzazu, who's in a bit of danger, and Jimenez is going to go back to Villafara. Chattanooga is beyond the midfield stripe as they work right to left. Set up here is Garvanian, who goes to Jude Arthur, who's in the very center of the field, just over that line. Stolen on a pass. Carolina Cora collision. Whamry comes away with it and goes to Jesse Williams. Chattanooga all the way back to the center back. Anatoli, a bomb up the field, headed away by Carolina, and now they come up with possession. Cuevas playing keep away with Jesus Ibarra. Chips it around Milo Garvanian, rushing up the touchline, and he's signaled as having gone out by the assistant referee on the close side. Good call there by Joshua Belk. Belk and Luther doing a great job along the sideline tonight, watching for those close calls as the ball skeeters over the painted area. Thrown back onto the AstroTurf by Milo Garvanian. Whamry. Outside to Jimenez Aranzazu, who walks his way towards the circle. Far side, Jude Arthur. Arthur back close side.
Villafaramina to Garvanian. Milo back across. Midway between the 18 and the center circle is Prepelica, who sends it up just behind the midfield stripe to Jesse Williams. He's double-teamed and has it taken by Carolina. Really well played defensively. Centered up to Covey. Covey run down by Jesse Williams and blown dead by Yaya. Adahan Yaya doing a good job of officiating tonight as well. Letting the guys play, but not letting everything go. Two really good bench bosses to meet for these two clubs. Carolina Foxes are led by Roy Lassiter, his third year, North Carolina native, played at NC State. MLS career, he was a prolific forward, held the single-season scoring record with 27 goals, represented USMNT for 8 years, three-time MLS All-Star, won the Cup championship, and so much more in his time as a player. And he's already had a storied career as a coach and leader on the bench as well. Meanwhile, Chattanooga is led by none other than Rod Underwood, who's also in his third year as the bench boss. 2023 NISA regular season champs. 30 weeks straight at the top of the table. Rod played at Furman of the SoCon. Three-time all-conference selection, all-tournament. 89 graduate. He's got a master's in leadership and played professionally with New Mexico, Albuquerque, and New Orleans. We're back underway. Chattanooga, just behind the middle of the pitch, going to roll this all the way back to Prepelica. Prepelica from right to left, just over the midfield stripe. Ball comes right back to him. Callum Watson didn't like it. Jude Arthur has the ball. Jimenez Aranzazu just behind the center circle, rolls it to the far side of the center circle. Prepelica up to Arthur. Ball taken now. Carolina flips this back. Canetti all the way back to the keeper, Pannenberg. And Andrew floats this for help close side from Christian Diaz. Diaz touches it over to Ibrahim Covey. Covey is spinning his way through traffic. Jesus Ibarra tries a slide tackle. Jimenez Aranzazu goes to Garvanian. Brilliant passes. 1, 2, 3. Pinballing through traffic. On the edge of the center circle with it is Chattanooga. Callum Watson back to Jesse Williams, who's behind the stripe. Long feed. Far side. Edge of the 18. Taylor Gray can't win the race to the ball as it's taken by Carolina Core. Not for long. Stolen away on an errant pass. Callum Watson. Far side. Chattanooga. Just beyond the 18. Given off on the touchline. Callum Watson takes it right back. Outside, Jude Arthur. Jimenez Aranzazu chips this to the far touchline. Callum Watson going to slow things down. Chattanooga all the way back to Garvanian, who's on the edge of the center circle. Milo back and forth with Anatoli. He's going to roll this to Jesus Ibarra, who has the lone goal in today's match. Chattanooga leading 1-0 in the 26th minute. Jesus pass towards the penalty arc. Jimenez Aranzazu back to Ibarra. He's trying to fight his way through traffic. 4 defenders and it's stolen on the pass. Carolina can't clear. Header back inside by Callum. Ball's still loose. Sent across by Cuevas. Picked up by Christian Diaz, who sends a clearing ball over the midfield stripe. Battle for it. Villafaramina boxing out the defender. And now the whistle. Carolina Core too handsy for the liking of Yaya. David Polanco, the one who gets hit with a call, the forward from Key Biscayne, Florida. The player to watch today for Carolina's Foxes. This is his 5th appearance. He's played in all 5 for Carolina Core. He's started 4 of the 5. Played a ton of minutes. Really efficient guy. 2 goals already this season for Carolina. Here come the Foxes. One pass now towards the wing, stolen away by Jesse Williams. Back up the touchline towards the midfield stripe. Taylor Gray stops just behind the middle of the field. Callum Watson with it. Chattanooga back to Callum Watson. He's along the touchline on the far side. Now the center back, the big guy, Prepelica. Jesse Williams delivers this to Mina. Chattanooga taking their time, looking for space in this defense. Any crack will do. They lead 1-0. No need to push the tempo and do anything risky. Chattanooga, a great crowd tonight. Be sure to find out the final attendance by following us at Chattanooga FC. I'm going to hedge my bet and say 3,700. That's my bet. It's probably way off, but I'm going 3,700 tonight. Good turnout, and we want you to be here with us, so be sure to visit us. CFCTix.com, ChattanoogaFC.com. Click onto the Tickets tab and be here with us for our next home match at Fort Finley, which is coming up on May 4th against Orlando City B. Chattanooga's got the ball, working it all around across the midfield stripe. They lead 1-0. Late in the 28th minute, closing in on our 29th from Fort Finley. And Garvanian doesn't like all the pressure from Carolina, so it's rolled back to the keeper and Antoine. No better boots to trust your ball with than Gene Antoine and Anatoly Prepelica. A very physical, very aggressive tandem. They're a lot of fun to watch play with the ball. Chattanooga Football Club working it around on the back, down on the far right. And Garvanian gets the ball for just a moment before sending it back to Antoine, who rolls it far side to Anatoly. Prepelica, long feed, looking for Taylor Gray. Stolen now by Carolina, who's working left to right. They stop momentarily, flipping this back for help from Guigar. And all the way back to their defenders. Kai Thomas with it, looking close side to Christian Diaz from San Bernardino. And sent off by Jesus Ibarra on the close touch line to a round of applause, a small one, but a round of applause from Chattanooga fans behind the bench of Carolina Core. Chattahooligans certainly making their presence felt in Chattanooga, Tennessee tonight. Throw in for Carolina, trying to fight their way through traffic. Taken up far side, long pass by Canetti, down into the wing. Carolina has some space to work with. Bodies parked down in front of the goal box. Here's a pass out towards the penalty arc. Chattanooga strips it away. Far side, Taylor Gray able to clear this with a long feed up to Mehdi Wamry. Wamry, no offsides call into the 18 and saved by the keeper. For a moment, I thought Wambury was going to get the touch he needed to score. Andrew Pannenberg able to shut that down at the last possible moment. Midway through our 30th minute, 1-0, Chattanooga Football Club in the lead as Jesus Ibarra scored the only goal in this match to this point. Carolina Core just beyond the 18, working it back and forth. Kai Thomas, far side. The Foxes, long feed up to the midfield stripe. Carolina through traffic taken by Chattanooga. Taylor Gray comes up with it after it's tackled away by a teammate. Jimenez Aranzazu through the center circle. Jesus Ibarra has it, trying to go back for help. And as he goes down, potentially injured, the ball rolls on through traffic back to Chattanooga. Jesus Ibarra is already getting up. It looks like he might be all right. Hopefully he is. Never want to see a guy suffering from any type of injury. Looks like he's going to be okay and able to even stay in the match and play on. Scary moment. Jimenez Aranzazu will start us again for Chattanooga, where they lead 1-0, 31st minute. Chattanooga, close side. Milo Garvanian, not liking all the pressure. He goes back across. Chattanooga, long ball up along the far touchline. Callum Watson to Jesse Williams. Williams walking with it, fed inside. Long ball for Chattanooga towards the close wing. It's the goal scorer in this match, Jesus Ibarra, onto the edge of the 18. Chattanooga back to Milo Garvanian in the wing. Garvanian to Jesus Ibarra on the corner of the 18, double teamed, tackled away. Ball comes back to him from some help. Jesus outside to Milo. Garvanian knifes his way towards the center. Here's a long feed to Jesse Williams, who's just beyond the center circle. He passes it back towards the midfield stripe. Via Faramina, far side to Prepelica. Ball back to him on the edge of the center circle. Mina back to Prepelica. Anatoly looking through traffic up to Arthur. Tolley, far side, trying out Taylor Gray, who's double-teamed. Taylor fires a missile all the way back to Villafara. He's got Garvanian alongside him, who he'll give the ball off to. Milo, long feed. Jesus Ibarra, who is just aggressively attacked on the edge of the 18. Through traffic for Milo, blown tire, ball gathered up by Canetti, who sends it back door. Carolina, chance to clear this and end the threat. Ball taken up. Wambury on the edge of the penalty arc. Wambury well struck. It goes over the top of the post into the brickwork, and it remains 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club in the 33rd minute of play. Chattanooga, a really great chance. They've had two from Mehdi Wambury, who has lit off howitzers down on the edge of the 18 and been unable to find a score to this point. Jesus Ibarra, the lone goal scorer in this match, where it's 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club midway through our 33rd. From Fort Finley, Chattanooga, Tennessee, MLSNP action on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Chattanooga towards the center circle. Ball's loose for a moment. CFC somehow comes up with it. Callum Watson, long outlet pass, far side, just beyond the wing. Taylor Gray walking it towards the 18, looking for help inside. Gray tries to chip it back door and sent off by Carolina. That's a great play defensively by Carolina, able to trail Taylor Gray, stay with him, and force the ball off the field instead of allowing a beautiful pass inside that gives Chattanooga those great looks at scoring. So far this season, Chattanooga has scored 13 goals. That's first in MLSNP Eastern's Conference. The goal difference is +7 for Chattanooga. On the flip side, Carolina's only scored 3 goals. Their difference, -6. Chattanooga, a chance at a corner. They're especially good in these set pieces. The box is loaded. Of the 22 on the field, only 5 of them are outside of that goal box. Here it is, touched into play. Taylor Gray back to Callum Watson. From the edge of the 18, tries back door, gathered by Pannenberg. Well played by Andrew, the keeper of Carolina. And he's going to take his time putting us back underway, letting everybody clear out down beyond the 18. He rolls it close side to Kai Thomas as we enter into our 35th minute where it's 1-0 Chattanooga. Christian Diaz playing keep away with Jesus Ibarra. Ibarra all the way back to Kai Thomas, who fires one through the air up towards the midfield stripe. Headed back by Chattanooga, battled away from the defender. This one chipped inside and cleared again by Kai Thomas. Chattanooga somehow comes up with it as it rattles through traffic. Taylor Gray to Jimenez Aranzazu, who's just beyond the midfield circle. Now Jesse Williams, who's kind of beyond the midfield stripe far side. Chipping it back and forth with Jimenez Aranzazu, throws his hands up. He wants a call and not getting it. Now the ball back to him, just beyond the midfield circle and stripe. He's on the left side looking to attack for Chattanooga, who leads by a goal. It's 1-0. Almost into the 36th minute. Long pass. Jesus Ibarra chipped deep into the wing. Milo Garvanian centering feed, and the shot wide left for Whammery. Mehdi Whammery gathers it up as he streaks into the goal box. Puts a foot onto it, and it goes just beyond the post on the left side for him. It's 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. Pannenberg apparently able to get a hand on that, and so a set piece coming for CFC. Chattanooga sending Callum Watson to the corner. Watson, his 33rd match ever right now. Came to Chattanooga from the Canadian Premier League. Passes it back door. Chattanooga able to score again. Looks like this is waved off. Remains 1-0 on the scoreboard. A ton of contact down inside, so it remains 1-0. Pannenberg puts us back underway. Long feed, far side. Carolina core over the midfield stripe. And trying to battle his way down to the wing. This one is lost. Throw in quickly. Foxes from the corner, looking back door, swatted by Antoine, regathered Carolina core, great scoring chance, looking for help backside, well struck to the left. This one swatted out of play by Gene Antoine. A corner coming now for Carolina. The man who took the shot will take the corner. It's Jacob Evans from Chester, England. Evans has played almost every single minute of this season. 4 starts, 350 minutes played, so of the 90 per match, he's played about 87 and a half. Evans chips this backdoor from the corner. Kai Thomas there, centered up. Header goes over the top of the twine and out of play. 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club remains the tally from Fort Finley. Chattanooga moments ago put the ball into the twine on a corner, but it was waved off, and so midway through our 38th minute, it remains a 1-goal match, 1-0 Chattanooga. Gene Antoine playing a clean sheet for the moment. Chattanooga has been unable to finish with a clean sheet so far this season. They've been really efficient in a lot of other ways, as we've got a player down on the close side. Jesus Ibarra getting beat up by Carolina on the close side of this turf tonight. Milo Garvanian will put us back underway on the kick. Taking a look at the passing of these two clubs this season. 81.7% of the passes find the mark for Carolina Core. Chattanooga, of their 3,120 passes entering tonight, 2,650 of them have connected. That's just shy of 85%. Really good passing efficiency for Chattanooga's football club. We're into the 39th minute, 1-0 Chattanooga. They've got the ball kind of down to the right, just beyond the 18. Mina gives it off, Jimenez Aranzazu. Back across, Jesse Williams. Chattanooga, Jimenez Aranzazu. Mina again. Just beyond the close touchline, he's going to try the very center of the field, and the big guy, Anatoly, he's playing some keep away with Hadid. Long feed. Taylor Gray comes up with it between the circle and the 18 on the left side. Attacking Chattanooga. Pass to Jesus Ibarra. He goes back outside to Jude Arthur. Arthur is looking for that hookup. He's got Jimenez Aranzazu close side, who sends it right back to him. Trying to draw the Foxes out of position. This is Jesse Williams going backdoor. Callum Watson is there. Back outside to Williams. All the way back into the center circle. Garvanian to Jude Arthur, up the field to play. Whamry nearly has it stolen by Carolina. He's going to send it back across. Anatoly to Jesse Williams. Chattanooga into the far wing. Taylor Gray chips it around the defender. Ball comes right back to him. Stays on his boots. Centering feed. Mehdi Whamry back outside to Taylor. Taylor rolls this to Viafara Mina. Now down to Milo Garvanian, who has Jesus Ibarra, heavily defended by Kai Thomas. Christian Diaz now after him. He's walking back towards the midfield stripe. Stops on the edge of the touchline. Chattanooga back and forth. Sent back inside by Jesus Ibarra. All the way back by Jude Arthur to Jimenez Aranzazu. Prepelica behind the midfield stripe. Chattanooga really resetting. Almost beyond the 40th minute into the 41st. Rolling through traffic. Whamry somehow gets this. Looking far side. Double teamed. Goes to Taylor Gray. It's sent back to him. 1-0 Chattanooga. 41st minute. Taylor Gray to Whamry. Stolen away. Head of steam for Carolina's Foxes. The core, a pass to the close side. Derek Cuevas working left to right. And left off for Evans, who goes back to Cuevas. Nearly stolen by Chattanooga. Jesus Ibarra crashing down on it. Christian Diaz all the way up to Evans again, who's defended by Garvanian. He tries for that entry pass looking for Derek Cuevas. Stolen by Chattanooga. Close side, Jesus Ibarra sent off by Christian Diaz. That's a really, really good play by Christian Diaz. You've got Jesus Ibarra and Diaz at the midfield stripe. Up the pitch, just beyond the 18, is Kai Thomas and Mehdi Whamry. Whamry has been a very efficient piece this season and deadly threatening today. He's taken two really good shots that weren't on target. Whamry off the inbound. Far side, it's Taylor Gray, who's just beyond the wing. He's got a lot of room to work with. Gray towards the 18, onto the corner of it. Double team, somehow slips one defender. Now it's taken away. On the far side, Carolina Core taken back by Chattanooga and blown dead. Gray takes it back away. Now a free kick. Going to use this to send it back to Pannenberg. Andrew, the keeper tonight for Carolina, back and forth. Not wanting to send this beyond the 18. Now Carolina will walk it from left to right. Up towards the midfield stripe, just shy of it. Down to the touchline. Still behind the midfield stripe. Carolina tries the center of the field. Canetti to Kai Thomas, who goes to Christian Diaz. Diaz fighting his way along the touchline against Jesus Ibarra. He wants the ball, saying this should come with us, and Chattanooga won't get it away from Carolina Core. Now they will. Chattanooga going to take over. Initially, Josh Belk said that should go to Carolina. Chattanooga gets the call, though. Garvanian the throw-in for Chattanooga Football Club. Milo, heavily defended, playing some keep away here with Ozzie all the way back to Antoine. Chattanooga, close side via Farah. Mina back to Antoine. 43rd minute, 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club, CKRN. On the edge of the 18, Antoine doesn't like all the pressure he sees from Carolina, so Chattanooga's going to try via Faramina on the close side, from right to left, walking his way from the 18 towards the midfield stripe, giving off Milo. He's in the corner between the touchline and the midfield stripe. Centered up to Jude Arthur. Chattanooga's Arthur goes through traffic, up to Jimenez Aranzazu. He's got a lot of room, rolls it far side, edge of the wing. Taylor Gray walking it into the 18 from the corner, centering feed, deflected away. Second chance, the shot goes just wide left for Jimenez Aranzazu. Andrew Pannenberg was on the far right of the post, playing the outside edge. Jimenez Aranzazu had the ball, rattled to him in traffic, almost perfectly placed that through body after body, and it goes just outside of the goal box, just beyond the left side of the post. Remains 1-0 Chattanooga as we're into the 44th minute. We'll certainly see a little added time on this first half. The question is how much. Christian Diaz through traffic, taken by Chattanooga. Garvanian back to Prepelica. Anatoli looking up the field of play. Stops on the center circle. Chattanooga definitely in danger. Jimenez Aranzazu back outside to Anatoli. He's between the circle and the penalty arc. Jimenez Aranzazu again with the ball now. Still in that same position. Chattanooga all the way back to Antoine, who's on their own penalty arc. Far right side, it's 1-0 Chattanooga as we're into the 45th minute of play. I'm certain we'll see some added time. Donovan Eubank, the fourth official, we'll see what the call is. Through traffic, Chattanooga, Prepelica. Anatoli tries the far side. Jesse Williams leaves it off. Taylor Gray, single defended, back towards the stripe. Callum Watson and Gray back and forth. Now Jimenez Aranzazu won't keep it for long. Callum, Jimenez. Aranzazu strikes this down to Villafara. Mina looking for help. Instead, Garvanian. He's just behind the center field stripe, all the way back to Tolley. Prepelica looking through traffic. The Moldovan. Given to Jimenez Aranzazu, the midfielder from Colombia. Chattanooga's Watson sends this all the way back to Antoine. Callum Watson has been really good. Played his NCAA soccer with the Creighton Blue Jays. Chattanooga with the ball. And we've reached the conclusion of this first half. That's 45 minutes, just one of added time to play. Tolley through traffic. Watson back to Anatoli. Prepelica tries the far side. Jimenez Aranzazu chips down towards the wing. Left off by Williams. Passed back to him by Taylor Gray. Cut off down along the end line and sent out of play by Carolina's core. The fans letting them hear my favorite chant, Chattanooga. The ball will stay with Carolina. We've almost played a full minute of added time. Rod Underwood standing on the touchline. Roderick shouting out to his guys. Andrew Pannenberg gonna let every second he can of this added minute burn. Sends this one skying up the field of play. A header, this one swatted back. Chattanooga can't gather, back and forth, volleying this over the midfield stripe. It goes off far side, and we have played one half of Pro Side Chocker from Chattanooga, Tennessee. How about it? 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. We played an extra minute at one of added time on that first half. Chattanooga's lone goal scored by Jesus Ibarra way back in the early stages of this. Some stats and more after our halftime show on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. Don't go anywhere.
Show your colors loud and proud. Head over to shop.chattanoogafc.com and gear up with the latest Chattanooga FC merchandise. From jerseys and scarves to hats and accessories, everything you need to support your team in style is just a click away. Every purchase supports the club and spreads the Chattanooga FC spirit far and wide. Visit shop.chattanoogafc.com now and wear your heart on your sleeve.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. Now, my fingers are my eyes. I'm Michael Naranjo. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that is worth doing. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. I know it can do a lot of good. With support from DAV into a thing of beauty, my victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Don't miss a moment of the action with the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Tune in for the full slate of games and experience the thrill of Chattanooga FC football wherever you are. From crucial league matches to electrifying cup battles, we've got it all covered. Be part of the journey every step of the way. Stay tuned to the Chattanooga Kickoff Network and keep the game day spirit alive all season long.
Hello everyone, back in the studio with additional coverage from the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. I'm Brian Vale. We'll start with a look at the standings in MLS Next Pro. Ventura County FC leads the standings with 16 points and 4 wins. Tacoma Defiance and Philadelphia Union are tied for second with 14 points. The New York Red Bulls also have 14 points, tied for third based on goal difference. Chattanooga FC and St. Louis City are both at 12 points, holding 5th and 6th places respectively. LAFC and Chicago Fire, just below them, have 11 points each, making a tight race in the middle of the table. Notably, North Texas SC has climbed to 9th with their recent performances. Carolina Core, who is on the road and taking on CFC in this match, is in the very bottom of the standings and is 15th in the Eastern Conference. Now for a look back at recent matches and an update on the rest of this week. On April 22nd, Chicago Fire claimed a 2-1 victory over Carolina. This match took place at SeatGeek Stadium. April 24th saw Atlanta securing a tight 1-0 win against Chattanooga FC at 5th Third Bank Stadium. The action continued on April 25th, with Tacoma outscoring Town FC 3-2 in a match full of excitement at Starfire Sports Complex. Most recently, on April 26th, Austin and Ventura County ended their game in a 2-2 draw, with Ventura County emerging victorious in penalties 5-4 at Palmer Field. Right now you're listening to Chattanooga FC facing off against Carolina at Finley Stadium. Stay tuned as the second half promises more thrilling soccer action. Looking ahead to tomorrow, April 28th. The day kicks off with Chicago Fire battling Atlanta at 2 o'clock at SeatGeek Stadium. At 3 o'clock, we have 3 exciting matches. NYCFC meets Crown Legacy FC at Belson Stadium. New England takes on Inter Miami at Mark A. Ouellet Stadium. Orlando faces Toronto at Osceola Heritage Park. Later in the afternoon, Cincinnati plays against Philadelphia at 4 o'clock at NKU Soccer Stadium, and LAFC goes against the Timbers at Titans Stadium. Evening matches include New York Red Bulls hosting Columbus at 5 o'clock at MSU Soccer Park and SKC versus MNUFC at Rock Chalk Park. Closing out the night, North Texas SC challenges Houston at 8:30 at Choctaw Stadium. And finally, Real Monarchs face Whitecaps FC at 10 o'clock at Zions Bank Stadium. A reminder to follow us on social media at Chattanooga FC. Also follow play-by-play announcer Gabriel Schrey at SchreyGuy, SCHRAYGUY. I'm Brian Vale, and this has been your halftime coverage from the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. We'll go back to the stadium and get back underway momentarily.
At Chattanooga FC, we're more than just a football club. We're a community. Rooted in the heart of Chattanooga, we believe in bringing people together through the beautiful game. Our club thrives on the support and passion of our fans, volunteers, and local partners. Join us as we build a legacy of community, unity, and soccer. Together, we are stronger. Chattanooga FC, your community club.
No matter who we are or where we come from, we all experience difficulties in life.
Military veterans know that sometimes it takes strength and determination to make it through.
Whether it's obvious physical challenges or struggles on the inside, it takes strength to ask for help when you need it.
I knew that I had to get support, not just for me, but for the sake of my wife and kids.
Talking about it has helped me feel more like myself again.
Honestly, it was hard to open up at first, but it's changed my life for the better.
Learn how veterans like us have reached out for help. And hear stories of strength and recovery at maketheconnection.net.
Hey, Chattanooga Football Club fans. Want to stay up to date with all things Chattanooga FC? Then follow us on social media at Chattanooga FC. Catch behind-the-scenes action, player interviews, and exclusive content you won't find anywhere else. Join our community online and be part of the excitement. Follow at Chattanooga FC today and never miss a beat. Let's turn the passion up a notch together.
As the halftime whistle echoes through the stadium, the energy is palpable. The first half brought us moments of sheer brilliance, heart-pounding plays, and the undeniable passion of the beautiful game. But the story is far from over. The field is set for players to turn the tide, for heroes to emerge in the second act of this thrilling encounter. The players are ready, and the fans are on the edge of their seats. The second half promises to be a spectacle of soccer that you won't want to miss. This is where legends are made, where every pass, tackle, and goal writes history. The battle for victory continues, and it's all happening right here, under the lights.
Welcome back to the stadium. Stay with us as we bring you every pass, every move, and every goal. The heart of the game beats here, and you're right in the center of it all. The second half begins now. Let's dive back into the excitement. It's Chattanooga FC, live and free on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Standing by with the call, Gabriel Schrei.
Got a great look around the league, what's going on in Next Pro right now. Excited for the rest of this match. At the half, 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club leading the Foxes of Carolina Core. Can they come back? Will they get their key guys involved? Can Pannenberg continue to be lights out for Carolina? Will we get a clean sheet? The first of the year for Gene Antoine? We'll find out in just a few moments on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. Don't go anywhere. Pro Side Football will return on CKRN in just a moment.
Hey, Chattanooga Football Club fans. Want to stay up to date with all things Chattanooga FC? Then follow us on social media at Chattanooga FC. Catch behind-the-scenes action, player interviews, and exclusive content you won't find anywhere else. Join our community online and be part of the excitement. Follow at Chattanooga FC today and never miss a beat. Let's turn the passion up a notch together.
No matter who we are or where we come from, we all experience difficulties in life.
Military veterans know that sometimes it takes strength and determination to make it through.
Whether it's obvious physical challenges or struggles on the inside, it takes strength to ask for help when you need it.
I knew that I had to get support, not just for me, but for the sake of my wife and kids.
Talking about it has helped me feel more like myself again.
Honestly, it was hard to open up at first, but it's changed my life for the better.
Learn how veterans like us have reached out for help. And hear stories of strength and recovery at maketheconnection.net.
At Chattanooga FC, we're more than just a football club. We're a community. Rooted in the heart of Chattanooga, we believe in bringing people together through the beautiful game. Our club thrives on the support and passion of our fans, volunteers, and local partners. Join us as we build a legacy of community, unity, and soccer. Together, we are stronger. Chattanooga FC, your community club.
Want to get out of just about anything and look like an earth-saving hero? Just use the environment excuse. High school reunion? Ooh, sorry, can't. Planetary obligations. Unfortunate bridesmaid's dress. Unfortunately, you promised the climate you'd buy more vintage. Chauffeuring teens? Yeah, the earth really needs them to hoof it. That's right, the environment is always the best excuse. So go ahead, ask your bae to dim all the lights because carbon emissions. Tell your dad-bod dad to eat more plants, for the planet, obviously. Kindly tell the kids to stop asking for a new phone. I mean, e-waste, right? Find your out and opt in to cutting carbon. Just visit theenvironmentexcuse.org. A public service announcement brought to you by WildAid.
Don't miss a moment of the action with the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Tune in for the full slate of games and experience the thrill of Chattanooga FC football wherever you are. From crucial league matches to electrifying cup battles, we've got it all covered. Be part of the journey every step of the way. Stay tuned to the Chattanooga Kickoff Network and keep the game day spirit alive all season long.
At this very moment, Doctors Without Borders is on the ground in communities around the world, delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most. Our teams are bandaging war-wounded patients caught in the crossfire in Sudan, providing clean drinking water in Haiti, and performing emergency C-sections in Yemen. Doctors Without Borders teams are in over 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving work is made possible by our movement of supporters, people like you who help our patients even when they're half a world away. At Doctors Without Borders, we won't stop working to bring our patients and their communities from crisis to care.
At Chattanooga FC, we're more than just a football club. We're a community. Rooted in the heart of Chattanooga, we believe in bringing people together through the beautiful game. Our club thrives on the support and passion of our fans, volunteers, and local partners. Join us as we build a legacy of community, unity, and soccer. Together, we are stronger. Chattanooga FC, your community club.
No matter who we are or where we come from, we all experience difficulties in life.
Military veterans know that sometimes it takes strength and determination to make it through.
Whether it's obvious physical challenges or struggles on the inside, it takes strength to ask for help when you need it.
I knew that I had to get support, not just for me, but for the sake of my wife and kids.
Talking about it has helped me feel more like myself again.
Honestly, it was hard to open up at first, but it's changed my life for the better.
Learn how veterans like us have reached out for help. And hear stories of strength and recovery at maketheconnection.net.
Hey, Chattanooga Football Club fans. Want to stay up to date with all things Chattanooga FC? Then follow us on social media at Chattanooga FC. Catch behind-the-scenes action, player interviews, and exclusive content you won't find anywhere else. Join our community online and be part of the excitement. Follow at Chattanooga FC today and never miss a beat. Let's turn the passion up a notch together.
Show your colors loud and proud. Head over to shop.chattanoogafc.com and gear up with the latest Chattanooga FC merchandise. From jerseys and scarves to hats and accessories, everything you need to support your team in style is just a click away. Every purchase supports the club and spreads the Chattanooga FC spirit far and wide. Visit shop.chattanoogafc.com now and wear your heart on your sleeve.
Hello and welcome back to Chattanooga, Tennessee. The second half getting underway now on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. 1-0 after one half of play. Chattanooga Football Club in the lead over Carolina Core Football Club's Foxes. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Thanks for being with us. This is our 46th minute of play. Chattanooga has the ball for the moment. Taylor Gray walking through traffic, chips it up to Jesse Williams, ball right back to him. Williams all the way back to the center back, Prepelica, who goes far side to Villafara. Anatoli looking for help up the pitch. It's been 1-0 for Chattanooga Football Club for quite some time. In the early stages, Jesus Ibarra had made a beautiful strike, found the twine and made it 1-0 Chattanooga, and since then it's been a struggle for these two clubs. One familiar face missing from the lineup in this match. The captain of Chattanooga Football Club, Alex McGrath, not on the pitch or playing against Carolina Core today. Ball ekes through into the wing. Carolina has it. Fox is looking backside. It sails. A beautiful opportunity. Carolina Core can't capitalize. Regathered. Far wing, Carolina battling against Jesus, turning around and sending this out along the touchline. Diaz to Evans, back to him. Evans back to Diaz. Through traffic, this rattles down towards the 18. Evans back outside in the corner and sent off by Chattanooga. McGuire throws in quickly. Carolina battling it against Chattanooga. On the edge of the 18, Evans comes up with it. Set inside, Antoine swats this, rolls through the goal box into the wing. This one gathered by Williams for a moment and nearly taken away as it goes over the touchline. He's battling with Suba for it. Yekison throws in. Carolina all the way back, finding Canetti. He walks it back onto the edge of the center circle. Evans now back to the stripe. Carolina, long ball, close side, working with it. Juarez sends this all the way back to Kai Thomas, who's just beyond the midfield stripe. Jimenez Aranzazu tries to chip this to Jesus Ibarra, and the ball somehow finds its way back to Kai Thomas. 48th minute, 1-0. The lead rests comfortably with Chattanooga for the moment. Juarez up the touchline, battling with it, in trouble, and shoved again. Yekison gets the whistle. Jesse Williams trying to fight his way beyond him. Suba is originally from Liberia, the forward, struggling against Williams in the early stages of this second half where it's 1-0 Chattanooga. Long feed, there's Suba again, down in the corner. He gathers it up along the end line, looking inside, walks his way into the 18, dribble, lost over the goal line. Chattanooga takes back over 49th minute, 1-0. Antoine will pick it up. Jesse Williams is down and looks as though he may be cramping up. Our referee tonight, Adahan Yaya, coming over to check on him. Chattanooga fans, a small round of applause as he's back onto his boots, and it looks like he'll be able to play on. Midway through our 49th minute, 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. Carolina Core, 4 shots, 8 for Chattanooga, 4 on goal for Chattanooga, 1 for Carolina Core. The Core have blocked 2 shots. The passing difference is insane. Chattanooga has connected on almost 96% of their passes, 402 total passes. Carolina, 169, paling in comparison. 3 corners for Chat, 1 for Carolina. 5 crosses for both clubs. Big collision on the far side between Mina and Evans as the ball goes straight up. And a little extra shove as Yaya comes over to have words with these two. He wants them to play on and play clean. They shake hands and say they will. Yaya allows us to play on. Evans will take the free kick. Chips this, sailing to Sabaku. Deflected away by Chattanooga. After it, Carolina sends the ball back behind the midfield stripe to Covey. All the way back to Andrew Pannenberg. Coming close side with it. One connection to Juarez. Both Taylor Gray and Juarez say they have the ball. Carolina comes up with it. Thrown in quickly. And a big collision just beyond the midfield stripe. Jimenez Aranzazu coming down. On top of Carolina's man. Yekison Suba taken down by Aranzazu. Back underway. Chipped across the field by Canetti. Far side, aerial delivery to the corner of the 18. Foxes have it, and offside is the call. Ball back to Chattanooga, 51st minute. They lead 1-0. Chattahooligans getting into it. Taylor Gray comes up with the ball on a long feed. Whamry back towards the midfield stripe. Yekison picks it up for a moment. Jesse Williams runs down the defender. And Williams boiling over. A huge collision. He's back down. Ozzy Cisneros throwing his hands up. He can't believe it. Williams laying on the AstroTurf. Melanie Schaefer comes out to check on him. Happy birthday. I believe yesterday was Melanie Schaefer's birthday. The athletic trainer on to check on Jesse Williams, who's lying on the turf. Yaya has stopped play, the head referee in today's match. Gabriel Schrei here, Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network, midway through our 52nd minute, 1-0. Chattanooga leading the Carolina Core Foxes. Chattanooga, 3 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws this season. They've split the draws on shootouts. Carolina Foxes, 0 wins, 3 losses, and a draw so far this year. 3 losses in a row for Carolina. Lost to New England on March 15th, lost to Chicago Fire on April 22nd. Both of those 2-1 losses. Next, they're on the road 3 more times in a row. Atlanta United on May 8th, Inter Miami on the 19th, and Toronto FC on the 23rd. A lot of road games. Juarez will take the free kick from right behind the midfield stripe to put us back underway, just inside the touchline, as he rolls this back to help of Covey. Foxes far side, they're working right to left. Kai Thomas, long ball up towards the midfield stripe. Chattanooga won 1-0 against Huntsville City on the 20th of April. Lost on the road, their first loss of the season against Atlanta United. I was there in Kennesaw on Wednesday. That was a 1-0 loss. Their next 3 matches at home against Orlando City B on the 4th, and at Inter Miami on the 10th, and at Crown Legacy on May 15th. Chattanooga can't get it around Juarez. Carolina with the ball back behind the midfield stripe. All the way back, Kai Thomas, far side. Being attacked by Mehdi Whamry. Ball picked off in traffic by Chat. Jesus Ibarra all the way back to Joseph Perez. Via Faramina, taken away by Evans. Looking for help. Looking for a pass, walking it towards the 18, up to the penalty arc, well struck right side, covered by Jean Antoine. The back-to-back Golden Glove winner in NISA League, looking sharp in his second match for Chattanooga as a part of Next Pro. Jean Antoine plays with a fire in his belly that's just indescribable if you've never seen him play. Lots of fun to watch him sell out, throw his body, and make those big saves. Chattanooga, Arthur up to Callum Watson, big collision, and Yaya blows it dead. Watson thrown to the turf by Carolina Core. Right away, Yaya stops us. From Chattanooga, Tennessee, Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network, I'm Gabriel Schrei. Rolled back, Arthur to Prepelica, Anatoly through traffic. Chopped into the air, regathered, sent close side to Taylor Gray for Chattanooga. CFC rolls this along the touchline. Garvanian all the way back to Antoine, the keeper. He's on the edge of the goal box. Here comes trouble as Carolina pulls up at the last possible moment. He passes it away to Prepelica. Nearly stolen by Suba. Sent around Yekison. And back by Garvanian to Anatoly. He's double teamed, tripped up, and he goes down as we get a whistle. Fouls this season. Chattanooga has committed 85 and drawn 74. Carolina Foxes have committed 61 but drawn 76. Free kick for Tolley and Chattanooga midway through the 55th minute, where Chattanooga is in the lead, 1-0. Nearly taken up by Kai Thomas. Chattanooga regathers for a moment, now stripped away. Juarez through traffic around Callum Watson. Evans playing keep away with Villa Faramina. He grabs his kit and blown dead by Yaya, quickly flashing the yellow card. Too much grabbing by Jude Arthur right away, assessed a yellow card. Far side, Carolina picking their way towards the center of the pitch, onto the penalty arc, looking for that shot. Floated up the field of play and back to Kai Thomas, who sends this to Pannenberg. Andrew, the keeper, on the edge of the goal box around Mehdi Wamry. Far side to Thomas. A race to the ball as players collide and go down on the turf. Yaya blows this dead himself as the ball stays with Christian Diaz and Carolina. Rolled across the center of the field to Canetti. Canetti sends this up to Juarez. Now backwards to Covey. He's going to sky this out towards the edge of the 18 and gathered by Jean Antoine, who walks out and scoops it up towards the end of our 56th minute. 1-0 Chattanooga from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Rolling this through traffic, looking for help, and finding some help up there, but he's immediately grabbed. Joseph Perez, the defender from Anaheim. And the yellow card sent the other way. Yaya's had enough. He's tired of the kit grabbing, it seems. 2 cards in just a matter of moments, both ways for the grabbing. Fox's man is trying to plead his case. It's Derek Cuevas who caught the card. Closing in on the 58th minute, 1-0 Chattanooga. Back underway, pass to Wamry, who's down in the corner. He is slide tackled to the AstroTurf by Kai Thomas. Throw in coming for Jesus Ibarra. Perez will now throw in. He gives it off. Joseph over the top of a defender to Wamry, who's on the edge of the 18 in the wing. Taken by Carolina. Long pass Evans in the middle between the 18 and the center circle. He gets around a defender. Long outlet feed close side for Carolina Core. He keeps it on the pitch but can't run it down. Milo Garvanian will regather. Yekison Suba with a beautiful physical effort, able to catch up to the ball and keep it in play, but he couldn't stay with it after he was gassed, so Chattanooga comes up with it. Joseph Perez. Here's the whistle. And we're getting a stoppage in play, a yellow card assessed against Chattanooga. Looks like it's Jesus Ibarra. It is Jesus Ibarra. He's assessed the yellow card. That seems to be a rarity in my opinion. First yellow card this season. I'm not sure what that could be for. Towards the midfield stripe, taken at twice and sent off. The Foxes can't gather. Carolina turns it over to Chattanooga. Perez will throw in. They lead 1-0. 58th minute, now into the 59th. Carolina. 1 pass, 2, pinballing their way up the pitch into the 18. Perez takes it and sends it off towards the far side. Regathered by the Foxes. Carolina towards the wing. They've got it. Evans, midway between the circle and the 18, sends it into the far wing. Carolina chips a shot towards the net. It travels over the end line. Derek Cuevas took a good feed, picked his way down along the pitch, walking it towards the corner of the 18, and his shot goes just wide right to keep it 1-0. Corner kick coming to be delivered by Evans. Jacob Evans, a midfielder from Chester, England. The set piece, only the second today for Carolina. Here's the delivery right out in front, sails on Carolina. Taylor Gray has it, and he chips it over his back, skying it towards the midfield stripe. Gray throws a header on it. Jesus Ibarra gathers it up, who just got the yellow card, and it's sent off over the close touchline. Quickly to be thrown in now. All the way back to Milo Garvanian, standing about 25 feet behind the midfield stripe. He'll throw in for Chattanooga's boys in blue. Delivered to Mehdi Wamry. He tries to touch it over to Jimenez Aranzazu. Race to the ball. Evans wins it. Just beyond the midfield stripe. Gives it off to Yekison. Yekison is originally from Liberia. Suba rolls this all the way back. A big collision. Callum Watson sends a man down. And a yellow card assessed against Callum Watson. Callum Watson picks up his first yellow card of the season. Yellow card, Yaya. 61st minute of play, 1-0 Chattanooga. Canetti, back to Kai Thomas. Far side, touchline. Carolina, Evans, beautiful play towards the edge of the wing. Carolina's got it, lots of grabbing, and there's the call right away. I'm waiting for the yellow card. He hasn't flashed it yet. He's talking to him. Jude Arthur arguing with Yaya. He's got his hand on the card. He pulls it off. No card pulled out. 61st minute, 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. Free kick, beautiful position for the Foxes. Jacob Evans will take it. The ball lies just a dozen feet beyond the 18. On the far right, just inside of the corner of the 18. Jacob Evans will take this. The box is packed with bodies. Only 3 players outside of it, all 3 of them Foxes. Carolina Corps' goalkeeper as well, Andrew Pannenberg, walking way up the field of play. Evans waiting for the signal. 1-0 Chattanooga, 62nd minute. There it is. Evans chips it inside the header, and it's set away by Chattanooga's defense. Some help for Gene Antoine, cleared by Garvanian for a moment, regathered by Carolina. Chipped back door, Antoine flashes the gloves and falls onto the ball. The tally remains 1-0 Chattanooga as we are midway through the 62nd. However, the keeper of CFC is still down on the pitch just inside the penalty arc. Hopefully he's all right. Yaya coming to check on him. Here comes Melanie Schaefer, the trainer. He's still down. Schaefer checking on him. On come members of the coaching staff now. 4 members of the medical staff around the keeper of Chattanooga, the 2-time Golden Glove winner.
Substitution. In for Carolina Corps, number 17, now out, number 7. Also in for Carolina Corps,
Suba making a change.
Chattanooga FC substitution.
Mario Diaz onto the field. Carolina Corps also sending Drake Hadid on. Chattanooga Football Club has sent Alex McGrath onto the pitch. The captain in the game. The medical staff coming off. Gene Antoine will stay on the field. 64th minute coming quickly. 1-0 Chattanooga. It's important to keep an eye here on number 33 for the Chattanooga Football Club. The captain, a midfielder from Spennymoor, England, is in the midst of the greatest stretch of his career, dating back to the end of last season. 7 goals last year in NISA play, most of them coming towards the very end of the year. Had a brace in the closing days. Cold weather goals for the midfielder. He has 4 in just 6 matches this season. He's on the pitch, and he'll be dangerous for Chattanooga. Tolley headers this up to McGrath. He passes it to Taylor Gray. Players swatting at it. Chattanooga comes up with it. Jimenez Aranzazu, backdoor delivery. Ibarra on the edge of the 18, looking inside, heavily defended, keeps it on a slide tackle. Around Evans, out front, Jimenez Aranzazu deflected away. Ibarra tries to regather. Perez far side, chips it over the top. It sails on him, and off of the field of play as it remains 1-0 Chattanooga. 64th minute, 65th coming. Pannenberg able to avoid tragedy for Carolina. They've lost 3 in a row, looking to get things righted against the only other independent club in next pro action. Really good one tonight if you're just joining us. 1-0 Chattanooga coming into our late stages here. 25 minutes left to play in regulation as we're deep into the 65th where it's 1-0 CFC. The Coors Fox is a throw in from the wing. McGrath comes up with it off a deflection. Chattanooga a chance to clear from inside their own 18. They will. Gathered up just beyond the circle by Canetti. Carolina working this around. Covey close side. Going to try down to Juarez. 1 connection, now 2. Whamry could get to it. McGrath racing to it. Kept on the boots of Covey. He plays keep away with McGrath. Sends it far side. Good connection. Carolina walking towards the penalty arc. Fox is knifing his way. Backdoor. Good pass. Shot is deflected away. Garvanian deflects this shot away. Taylor Gray comes up with it. Long feed. Whamry touches it around the defender. A race to the ball. Pushing and shoving. He's thrown to the AstroTurf. No call. My goodness. Whamry is thrown to the ground with a stiff arm. No call in Chattanooga. Oh my goodness. That's wild. We play on. 66th minute. Yaya no call on the close side. The official no call from Joshua Belk. Chattanooga with it. Jimenez Aranzazu, Taylor Gray. Just beyond the 18, he's swatted at, loses it for a moment. Carolina over the midfield stripe, well played. Mario Diaz taken away by Prepelica. Over the end line. Oh my goodness! We have a full-on shove to the ground, and now we've got guys going at it. Prepelica was sent down by Mario Diaz at the end line. The retaliation from Garvanian was full contact, pushing and shoving in the corner of the field. Mario Diaz is laying on the ground. The fans are chanting, hit him again. Prepelica is still down. Here comes the medical staff. The referees are trying to break this up. Antoine is over and talking to Yaya now. That goes beyond physicality. That's just unsportsmanlike. Carlos Mario Diaz, the Colombian forward, throws Prepelica to the ground on the back end of that. And he appears to be all right. He's back onto his feet. Diaz still lying on the turf. The 68th minute, the referee Yaya still trying to break this up. The captain is on the pitch, and that has to help for Chattanooga to have someone like McGrath to delegate for you in such a tense situation. Antoine is trying to help break this up. We've got a yellow card assessed. And it looks like this will be against Milo Garvanian. We'll play on. This is sorted. Antoine. We'll play on. 69th minute, 1-0 Chattanooga. Gene Antoine delivers this one, skying it up the field to the center circle. Backdoor Evans, far side. One pass now, 2. Carolina through traffic, lost to Chattanooga. Arthur trying to battle this towards the touchline. Carolina comes up with it, playing full speed football in Chattanooga at Fort Finley. McGrath through traffic, left off Jude Arthur. Arthur double teamed, in trouble, all the way back to the penalty arc. Prepelica. Chattanooga Anatoly through traffic, close side. Taylor Gray just behind the midfield stripe, tries to touch this over to Jesus Ibarra. He's triple teamed, wants to nutmeg the defender. They come up with it. Touched over. Marie Diaz through traffic, taken it by Garvanian. Diving play by Carolina, trying to keep that down inside as Garvanian just clears it off. Throw in coming for Juarez. Thrown in by Juarez and Carolina. They trail 1-0, 70th minute. Kai Thomas, far side. Evans, now back to Thomas. All the way back for Carolina Core Football Club. Carolina to Evans. Looking towards the corner of the 18, taken by Chattanooga's Mina. Sent off. Carolina Core along the touchline far side. This one rattling all around. Chattanooga comes up with it in traffic. Perez sends this skying over the top, just beyond the midfield stripe. Carolina works to center this up. Whamry all the way back to Arthur, and he's going to roll this back to the keeper in the 71st minute. Clean sheet so far today for Antoine. 1 goal for Chattanooga. Antoine again. Gene gives it off to Mountoli. Prepelica walks just beyond the 18, sends it back to Antoine. Gene looking both ways, calling out up the pitch. Skying this ball through the air, over the midfield stripe. It's loose down along the touchline. A battle for it, grabbing, falling. Carolina gets it, no call. Juarez centers this up. Thomas looking far side, distributes the ball to the sideline. 72nd minute, 1-0 Chattanooga. Long feed, and avoiding the offside, Carolina pulls up as Antoine comes out to get the ball. Carolina coming down, forcing Antoine to fall onto the ball. Gene gonna walk this up and play it. Chattanooga Football Club rolled over to Anatoly. Long feed, cut off by Evans in traffic. Good hustle play. Jacob gives it off, close side to Juarez. Slide tackled off by Taylor Gray. Mario Diaz hands it off. Jacob will throw in quickly. Evans goes back. A header, Carolina. Evans all the way back to Kai Thomas. Kai delivers a strike up the field, looking for Mario Diaz in the wing. Gets it just along the touchline, and that was out. Thought they were going to let him play on for a moment. Definitely way out. Chattanooga will throw in. Garvanian to throw in for CFC. 73rd minute, 1-0 Chattanooga. Milo looking both ways, looking for help. Sends this one over the top. Can't be touched by Carolina. McGrath, the captain, left to right over the midfield stripe. Long ball, far side. Jesus Ibarra has it, walking towards the 18. Dribble, 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 over the penalty arc, left off, and this one off the side, and it won't go. The fans thought it was a goal, and it was wide left, but really well struck by Joseph Perez. Beautifully played. McGrath got that, just able to keep the ball near the midfield stripe, fights his way, triple teamed up the field, goes far side, up along the sideline. Jesus Ibarra takes it into the 18 at the last moment, heels it over to Perez, who has streaked up the field. Perez shot is just wide left, well played by Pannenberg. Chattanooga takes it away. Jesus Ibarra from the center of the field goes to Perez along the corner of the 18, far side in the wing, sends it back outside away from the double team. Chattanooga, Jimenez Aranzazu, all the way back to Villafara Mina. On the very center of the field, it's Anatoly, who gives it off to Milo on the line. Milo from the midfield stripe to Jude Arthur. Jude to Whamry, far side, Perez again. Heavily defended, he gives it off to Jesus Ibarra. Ibarra scored his 3rd goal of the season. It gave Chattanooga this 1-0 lead. That was way back in the early stages. No scoring since. A lot of action, though. Pushing, shoving, violence, and more. All on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. Chattanooga with the ball. McGrath, long feed. Taylor Gray down in the wing. Milo Garvanian outside. Back and forth with Jude Arthur. Milo sends it to Tolley. Prepelica far side to Mina. Villafara looks up the field, doesn't like all the pressure. Chattanooga resting with the ball and taking time to look for the opening they want. Milo up the field, chipped back to him. Arthur was heavily defended. Anatoly all the way back. Prepelica given off Milo, far side. And sent to Antoine in the 75th minute. Antoine has kept a clean sheet to this point. 15 minutes left in regulation. Chattanooga has 1 goal scored by Abada. Chattanooga, long feed. Now through the center to McGrath. He leaves it off. Taylor Gray in the wing. Taylor Gray, dribble into the 18. Pass out front. Milo Garvanian, well struck. He scores. 2-0 Chattanooga Football Club. His first ever goal as a full professional. His first for the Chattanooga Football Club. Congratulations, Milo Garvanian. It's 2-0 CFC from Finley Stadium on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network in the 76th minute of play. Now Chattanooga well on their way to 3 points and moving even higher in the Eastern Conference standings, securing that Southeast Division as we're in the early stages of the 2024 season. They're looking good in the overall standings and the Eastern Conference, and right now looking to walk away with 3 points from their home venue as they lead 2-0 in the 76th. Milo Garvanian scores his first goal as a professional, his first for Chattanooga Football Club as well, obviously. A really great score. Milo is a defender from Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is his 6th match for Chattanooga Football Club. His 73rd match ever, no, scratch that, 18th match ever as a full professional. Played in the USL Championship side for New Mexico. Really proficient in the midfield, and he's great at defense. Not somebody that's recognized by the club's front office, fans, or me as a striker. He looked as good as Alex McGrath on that. Walked up, gathered it, put it in the back corner. 2-0 Chattanooga Football Club midway through the 77th from Fort Finley in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Ball is kind of rattling back and forth and sent off by Carolina Core. Chattanooga will throw in from just behind the midfield stripe. Gene Antoine playing to a clean sheet. If he can keep it clean for the next 14 minutes of regulation, it'll be the first of the season for Chattanooga Football Club as a team, his first of the year as well. Long ball to Taylor Gray. Gray back to Milo. Garvanian to Prepelica. Anatoly, far side. Wants to go up the field. Jesus Ibarra chips it around a defender and trying to clear this into the wing. Carolina comes up with it and sends it back to the keeper. Pannenberg to Kai Thomas. Long delivery to Juarez. Towards the midfield stripe. Chattanooga's Garvanian sends it off. Quickly thrown in by Mario Diaz of Carolina's Foxes. Or it was going to be. Stops at the last moment, hands it off to Juarez. He's taking his time near the stripe. Over the top, lots of contact, and now the call. Kick coming for Carolina. Prepelica had a hold of Carolina's man. The official does not like that. He wants to talk to him. The kick will come from way beyond the 18. Carolina likes the chance. Jacob Evans will take this. A change coming for the Foxes as well. Now onto the field, Jesus. Originally from Colombia, the midfielder. Orewela. He's checked in. Still awaiting this kick for Jacob Evans. 79th minute, 2-0 Chattanooga. Jacob Evans chips this backside, sailing it. Chattanooga gets a header on it. Clear to the edge of the 18. Carolina regathers down along the touchline. Double teamed and in trouble. Sent off by Chattanooga. They're saying this may have been last touched by Carolina, so Chattanooga will take over with the ball. Way down on the left in the back, just beyond the edge of the wing. Joseph Perez will throw in for Chattanooga's boys in blue. Just over 11 minutes left in regulation as we're closing in on the 80th minute of play from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Ball squelches into the center, coming up with it Alex McGrath. McGrath through the center circle, left to right, long feed. Taylor Gray just beyond the wing, near the corner of the 18. Through traffic, trying to find McGrath and taken away by Carolina. Well played defensively by the Foxes. Kai Thomas from the corner of the 18 rolls this to Mario Diaz. Diaz sends it back. Carolina to Kai Thomas again. Chip towards the center of the field. Orihuela all the way back to Pannenberg. Now Kai Thomas. Carolina core. Walking it towards the center of the pitch. Carlos given off. Foxes. Orihuela. Back to Pannenberg. Kai Thomas again. Carolina kind of rotating this towards the midfield stripe back to the 18. Now they're going to try a long feed up the field, taken by Carolina. Over the penalty arc, well struck left side. Diving save by Antoine, he covers it. Gene Antoine flashed those gloves. The clean sheet remains in the 81st minute. 2-0 Chattanooga Football Club lead. What a play by Antoine. Big shout out to the communications staff and the front office of these two clubs for preparing me for this match. Especially short notice for me as the announcer on the radio, and better notes than ever from these guys. So a huge thank you to the staff and the two front offices. By name, Chattanooga, the vice president, Darrell Stalvey, and of course, the guy who does all the work, Ace Creech, making the magic happen, pushing out game notes and getting everything to me in a timely manner. Much appreciated, my friend. Chattanooga leading 2-0, 82nd minute of play from Fort Finley. Chattanooga through the center of the field, backside, Joseph Perez walking it up towards the corner of the 18. Sent far side, deep in the wing, Jesus Ibarra chipped out front. Regathered, Jimenez Aranzazu into the 18, gets around two defenders, back outside, Perez chipped down low, heeled back door, and Taylor Gray can't get it. Whamry really well played. Gathered in the close wing now, Alex McGrath out to Milo Garvanian, he tries a shot, Jacob Evans has it. Evans clears the ball far side, and it sails down along the touchline where Chattanooga comes up with it and sends it back to the keeper, Antoine. Closing in on the 83rd minute, 2-0 Chattanooga Football Club from Fort Finley in Chattanooga's Scenic City. What a beautiful day it was for pro side football. I hope you'll be with us next time Chattanooga's at home. Get tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com. Click onto the tickets tab. Chattanooga playing Orlando City B. We'll have that on May 4th. Long pass up the field. Now it's up to Joseph Perez, who's into the wing. Perez walks it onto the corner of the 18. Back outside, Chattanooga with it. Walking towards the center of the field, in trouble. Sent across, Jimenez Aranzazu gives it off. Perez back and forth with Ibarra. Joseph, Jesus, Ibarra looking for help. Chipped across, Whamry all the way back. And in trouble, Chattanooga's Garvanian sends this to the far touchline. Taken out of the air by Chattanooga's man. Jimenez Aranzazu to Perez. Back and forth they go, just over the midfield stripe. Through traffic, Chattanooga nearly loses it again. Now taken by Carolina on the edge of the circle and stripped away by Arthur. Arthur goes far side, Joseph. 83rd minute, rolling into the 84th now, where it's 2-0 Chattanooga. Alex McGrath along the touchline. The captain, back to Arthur. Jude. Passing back and forth they go. Jude Arthur. Milo Garvanian. Far side. Delivering this back and forth, back and forth. Chattanooga to Taylor Gray. Rattling through traffic. Mario Diaz comes up with it. Sent off. Orihuela with the ball, walking it through the circle, looking far side for Carolina. Carolina needs to score a couple of goals very quickly if they want to stay in this. Now, we could see a whole bucket of added time We could see a lot of stoppage time in this one. We had a couple of massive delays, some injuries, some guys down being stretched, and some pushing and shoving in the corner. And props to these two clubs for moving on and playing on like true professionals. And the official didn't throw any cards on that initially, kind of let the guys sort it out, and cooler heads prevailed. Big collision far side. Perez comes back up with the ball. He's between the 18 and the midfield stripe, walking it through the center of the field. Long delivery, Chattanooga, McGrath, Alex left off, Taylor Gray near the 18, walks it to the penalty arc, stops once, passed inside, deflected away. Carolina can't get it, now they gather it up. Kai Thomas wants to clear it close side, finds Carlos Murillo Diaz. He's walking it down the sideline towards the midfield stripe, cut off by Jimenez Aranzazu. We've got a man down on the far side just beyond the corner of the 18. Gene Antoine, the keeper of Chattanooga, the first there to check on one of the Foxes and calling for medical staff. Medical staff onto the pitch, checking on a player who went down on the backside of the attacking play for Carolina. Yaya, medical staff there checking on him. Hopefully he's all right. Medical personnel is doing a full evaluation. Big shout out to the full front office of these two clubs. Chief Executive Officer of Chattanooga Football Club, Elton Bird, changing the game for Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I mentioned Darrell Stalvey, Vice President, doing a great job as well. Comms guy Hayes Creech making everything happen for Chattanooga through digital and social. Game day manager that makes it so great here in the venue, Daniel Clapper. Michaela Seitz, Jack Bradshaw, Madison Smith, all doing a lot of the heavy lifting for this club. So many names I could go on. And a shout out as well to Carolina Courts front office. Eddie Pope doing a great job. Obviously led by Roy Lassiter down along the sideline. Amado Guevara, J.C. Martinez, Andy Williams, Donovan Ricketts all assisting and coaching. Chattanooga led by Roderick Underwood in his third season. And he has transformed Chattanooga football forever. Helping him out, Chris Nugent, Omar Badrian, Juan Carlos Garzón, and Richard Dixon. I sure miss watching Richard Dixon play. He was fantastic. Former captain for Chattanooga Football Club, a great veteran footballer. We're back underway. Everybody appears to be all right. He's up under his own power and walking off. Carolina with the ball, starting with it way down the right. One long pass, now two, down deep in the 18, and a shot goes off the side of the twine. That never really looked like it was going to come to fruition as a chance for the Foxes. I like the attack, but VFR Amina too effective defensively. A good shot taken either way. Chattanooga's Gene Antoine going to send this one up the field to play. Taken at by a pair of players. Alex McGrath comes up with it near the sideline, midway up the pitch. Walking it into the wing. Chipped inside. Taylor Gray on the corner of the 18. Tries for a centering feed. Kai Thomas deflects it away. Taken by Kai Thomas, given to Hadid. Hadid far side, rolling this for Carolina towards the stripe. Jacob Evans inside for Carolina. Papa floating this towards the touchline, it sails. Looking down for Carlos Maria Diaz. Can't find him. Ball goes off of the field of play in the 88th minute where it's 2-0 Chattanooga. And this clock will wind now into our 89th minute of play as regulation is waning from Fort Finley in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Thrown on, big collision, flag thrown. And the ball going to Carolina. Taylor Gray taken to the ground as two players are tangled. Alex McGrath talking to Yaya. A really good job by Kai Thomas drawing the call. Taylor Gray, Kai Thomas appear to be cool. They shake hands. And Yaya almost looks like he's saying, listen, I can't reverse it, but I know that was the wrong call. Might not be what he said, but Thomas chips this up the field, finding Hadid through traffic. Chattanooga has a slew of players checking in a moment. Long pass, close side, midway between the circle and the 18. Taylor Gray slide tackled by Thomas. McGrath, Jimenez Aranzazu, back to McGrath, towards the midfield stripe. Chattanooga with it. Behind the center circle, Villafara, back to the center back, the Moldovan, Anatoly. Chipped it off the head of a defender, taken for a moment by Carolina. Milo, sent back by Carolina. Carlos Diaz nearly had it. Gene Antoine comes out, sends this skying up the field. This one headed back towards Pannenberg. Carolina going to clear it to him. Andrew, the keeper. Around Whamry, towards the center circle, sent back by Chattanooga through the air, midway through our 90th minute. And I mentioned this a moment ago, I do feel we'll see a bucket of added time. We've had a lot of stoppage. Regulation coming, 3 changes coming for Chattanooga as Kai Thomas is still down. Whamry coming off. In his stead, we'll see Carlos Rivas Murillo. Murillo has only played 97 minutes. He's played in 5 matches, but that's only 19 minutes per match. We're also going to see Jude Arthur come off for Fareed Sarsar, who got the start against Atlanta. Taylor Gray will come off for Mr. Hat Trick, the midfielder from McKinney, Jalen James. 5 minutes of added time. That's not as much as I was anticipating. 2-0 Chattanooga will play 5 more minutes. We've reached full time. And Kai Thomas looks like he's all right. He's getting some help, but making his way off the field. I'm glad to see that. He's played with a lot of heart today on the back. Thomas is a defender from Coral Springs, Florida. He's been key this season for Carolina. Hoping that he can shake that off, and he'll be playing again against Atlanta United on May 8th for Carolina. Throw in for the core. Foxes rattling off the shins of the intended target. Carolina just can't hang on to this, and now the whistle. Ball is going to stay with Carolina. Throw in coming again for the Foxes. Blown dead again. This time to Chattanooga. And players from both sides throwing their hands up. They're not sure what the call is. Chattanooga throws in. Perez. Fareed Sarsar rolls this all the way back to Milo, who scored his first ever goal in this match. He and Jesus Ibarra are the 2 goal scorers. Long feed, Jalen James blows a tire and loses this to Carlos Diaz. Mario Diaz inside. 1 connection, now 2. Gets it back from Covey. Sent across. A hookup with Orihuela. Orihuela, far pass along the touchline, far side over the midfield stripe, right to left. Carolina. Jacob Evans, back to him. Down along the far touchline, just over the midfield stripe. Centering feed, Foxes towards the 18. Down along the edge of the box. Centering pass, and Chattanooga deflects it away. Down towards the edge of the 18. Jalen James battling for it, coming away with it, and blown dead. Carolina trips up James, and as Papa starts to work with it, they're going to turn it back over to Chattanooga in the 93rd minute. 2-0 Chattanooga, 5 minutes of added time to play. Stoppage time burning quickly. We're almost halfway done with it. I like the play there, though. A forward originally from Senegal. Papa Ndoye gets the ball, but he trips Jalen James, and it was just too much for Yaya. The official blows it dead, gives the ball back to Chattanooga. 2-0 Chattanooga Football Club. Kept alive by Jimenez Aranzazu. And absolutely wrapped up. The referee coming. He's going to throw a card. It looks like it'll be a yellow. No card. Unless he's still going to assess this. He's walking after Ibrahim Covey. No card thrown, will play on. 93rd minute has expired, we're into the 94th. McGrath touches it, James, back to McGrath. The captain spins away, tries to float this to Jalen, down deep in the wing. He loses it to Carolina. The Foxes in the very corner of the pitch. Mario Diaz is down on the turf in the corner, the ball going to Carolina. They'll work right to left in the late stages where they trail 2-0 to Chattanooga. 94th minute. 5 minutes of stoppage time to play. Chattanooga is closing in on a victory. Pannenberg puts us back underway, skying this up the field of play. 95th minute has arrived. Stoppage time coming to a close in Chattanooga in just moments, where CFC leads 2-0 over the Carolina Core. Carolina Core, get this from the close touchline, rattles through traffic, sent back, gathered by Christian Diaz. He tries to put this up the pitch for help. Diaz throws a header on it. Near the center circle, McGrath goes down, his boots tangled by Diaz. 45th minute, halfway to its conclusion. We had 5 minutes of stoppage time to play. 2-0 Chattanooga. McGrath slow to rise after being tangled up and thrown down. Chattanooga's Prepelica going to take the kick from just behind the center circle. Sends this skying into the far wing. Jesus Ibarra has it there, centering feed cut off. Looking for Rivas Murillo. Instead, it's Carolina. The Core send this on a clearing feed. Chattanooga wins 2-0. Chattanooga Football Club now has 15 points in the standings, hovering right near the top of the table. Congratulations to Chattanooga Football Club on another excellent showing. I'll take a short break, but when we come back on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network, we'll have a breakdown of today, what this means for the latest MLS Next Pro poll, where Chattanooga will go. Carolina, that's their 4th loss of the season. They're now 0-4-1. They remain the very bottom team in the Eastern Conference at 15th. Chattanooga is just threatening the top of the poll. They rise to 4-1-2 on the season and snap that one-game skid after losing to Atlanta United. We'll be back in just a moment on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network.
Hey, Chattanooga Football Club fans. Want to stay up to date with all things Chattanooga FC? Then follow us on social media at Chattanooga FC. Catch behind-the-scenes action, player interviews, and exclusive content you won't find anywhere else. Join our community online and be part of the excitement. Follow at Chattanooga FC today and never miss a beat. Let's turn the passion up a notch together.
No matter who we are or where we come from, we all experience difficulties in life.
Military veterans know that sometimes it takes strength and determination to make it through.
Whether it's obvious physical challenges or struggles on the inside, it takes strength to ask for help when you need it.
I knew that I had to get support, not just for me, but for the sake of my wife and kids.
Talking about it has helped me feel more like myself again.
Honestly, it was hard to open up at first, but it's changed my life for the better.
Learn how veterans like us have reached out for help, and hear stories of strength and recovery at maketheconnection.net.
Full time has been reached in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We played 95 minutes, 8 seconds, 2-0 Chattanooga Football Club. The Chattanooga Football Club's Boys and Blues rise to 4-1-2 on the season. Carolina Core's Foxes dropped to 0-4-1 after losing 2-0 on the road to the Chattanooga Football Club. A great showing by both clubs today in Fort Finley. Chattanooga Football Club obviously just had it. Jesus Ibarra scoring in the early stages. Gathered it up on the corner of the 18 on a really good outlet pass, walked it down inside, and delivery was beautiful. Able to rustle the twine for the first score of the match, and it remained that for quite some time. Midway through our second half of play, the first goal ever for number 22, Milo Garvanian, his 18th match as a professional, his 7th representing Chattanooga. He has played every single minute of this season to this point, scores his first ever goal and looking in good form for Chattanooga Football Club. He'll be named our player of the match on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network and by the front office of the club. Congratulations to Milo Garvanian on his performance, the defender from Albuquerque, looking good at Fort Finley in front of the home crowd. Again, Chattanooga rises on the season to 4-1-2, Carolina dropping to 0-4-1. Next for Chattanooga Football Club, they'll be at home against Orlando City. That's a 5 p.m. kick on Saturday, May 4th. Then they'll go on the road for 2 in a row. Enter Miami CF, 5 p.m., Friday, May 10th. And at Crown Legacy, that's going to be on Wednesday, May 15th at 7:30. They'll be back home on Saturday, May 25th against Atlanta United. That's a 7 p.m. kick. And of course, we'll have all of those matches on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. Carolina's Foxes, they dropped their 4th match in a row. Next, they'll go on the road again to Atlanta and take on Atlanta United on May 8th. 2 more road matches after that. Enter Miami on May 19th and Toronto FC on May 23rd. Best of luck to Carolina. A physical club, played really well on the road and just fell short against Chattanooga Football Club. Obviously, Chattanooga is just swelling with pride and success this season. Lost last time out against Atlanta United, but it really didn't hurt them. They remain 5th overall in the league with 12 points entering this match. They now have 15, so as it stands at this exact moment, they are 2nd overall in MLS Next Pro. Now, obviously, a lot of matches to play before they get back on the field, so they'll drop in the standings. But as of right now, they are number 2 in MLS Next Pro behind only Ventura County, who is also 4-1-2. We'll see if they can hang on to that standing in the poll. Meanwhile, Carolina's Foxes are cellar-dwelling, last in the Eastern Conference, down in the bottom 4 clubs in the league outside of the top 25 in the poll. Best of luck to them. Hope they can get things turned around. Upcoming matches tomorrow, April 28th, Chicago Fire versus Atlanta United at 2 o'clock at SeatGeek. New York City, Crown Legacy, that's at 3 at Belson. New England versus Inter Miami, also at 3 at Marquez Ouellette Stadium. Orlando versus Toronto at 3 at Osceola Heritage Park. Cincy and Philly take on each other at 4 o'clock at NKU Soccer Stadium. LAFC and Timbers at 4 o'clock at Titan Stadium. At 5 o'clock, there's a pair of matches. You've got New York Red Bulls and Columbus. That's at MSU Soccer Park. SKC and MNUFC also at 5. That's at Rock Chalk Park. North Texas and Houston take on one another at Choctaw Stadium at 8:30. And the night game, Real Monarchs and Whitecaps, that's 10 o'clock at Zions Bank Stadium. Lots of action and MLS Next Pro coming up. Milo Garvanian, our player of the match. He scored his first ever goal as a pro, looking good and pushing Chattanooga to a 2-0 win at home. Congratulations to him and Chattanooga Football Club on their victory tonight on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. Be sure to join us again as they take on Orlando City. You can be here with us in person by buying tickets, ChattanoogaFC.com, or you can listen here on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network on May 4th.
On behalf of both clubs, the fans, Gabriel Schrei, and the entire team at the Chattanooga Kickoff Network, I'm Brian Vale, bidding you farewell. Thank you for tuning in for today's edition of Professional Soccer.
All events airing on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network are broadcast live and are copyright material. Today's match will be archived for replay inside of the app or platform where you tuned in. For detailed recaps, highlights, and to secure tickets for upcoming matches, make your way to ChattanoogaFC.com. Stay informed with all of the action and never miss a chance to support your team live from the stands. Do you have game day snapshots? We'd love to see them. Tag us in your photos when you share them on social media. Are you using team hashtags with your posts? Remember to include hashtag Chattanooga Always and hashtag SomosCFC in all of your posts about Chattanooga FC. Let's unite on social media. Whether we come out on top or not, we stand together. Be sure that you're also following us on social media. Connect with Chattanooga FC on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Do you have feedback or bright ideas? We're all about making game day the best it can be. If you have suggestions or thoughts on how we can enhance the experience, we're eager to hear them. Drop by our website today to connect with us and submit your suggestions.
Gathers it up on the edge of the 18, looking for help, gets around a defender, well struck, he scores! 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club! Roaches delivers a strike left side, 2-1 Chattanooga lead! Chattanooga Football Club out in front. The seventh.
This broadcast is a proud product of the Chattanooga Kickoff Network.